all because her crying woke her mother up. The woman tossed her daughter onto the balcony and left her there in the cold to die, then went out to meet another man for a date. Even at her daughter's funeral, she didn't shed a single tear. To her, the girl's life wasn't even worth as much as a small animal, but the daughter loved her mother deeply from beginning to end. Even as she reached the last moments of her life, she held tightly onto the birthday present her mother had given her. The story begins on a cold winter afternoon. Jenny came home from school. The sound of reading woke my mother. Her mother instantly snapped, picked up the alarm clock on the table, and hurled it at Jenny. No matter how many times Jenny apologized, nothing brought out even the slightest warmth from her mother. Instead, her mother dragged her out to the balcony and threw her outside. Even faced with such cruelty, Jenny didn't feel a trace of resentment. In her memories, her mother had once been gentle and caring. She used to give Jenny anything she wanted, especially the picture books Jenny treasured the most. But the balcony wind was freezing cold, piercing straight through her thin clothes. Jenny trembled non-stop, and eventually, she couldn't control herself and wet her pants. Her mother saw the whole thing.
何？お漏らししたの？
ごめんなさい。
悪い子だね。反省してな。
Night slowly fell, and the temperature kept dropping. Jenny had been outside on the balcony for more than 10 hours. To keep herself awake, she kept repeating the words from the picture book in her hands. Meanwhile, her mother was out being intimate with her lover. The snow grew heavier. Jenny was frozen to her limit, barely hanging on. As her consciousness faded, memories of her mother's warmth flashed through her mind. After freezing to death, Jenny arrived at the spiritual transit station, a place where people are judged based on their cause of death, and sent either to heaven or hell. A child as innocent as Jenny should have gone straight to heaven. But Jenny kept thinking she had made her mother angry, that she hadn't been a good girl. Even when the staff told her she had died from her mother's abuse, she took all the blame onto herself, believing her disobedience was what made her mother hate her. The guide uncle listening to her felt heartbreak. The picture book talked about reincarnation, so she thought that if she reincarnated quickly, she would get to see her mother again. Filled with joy, she thanked the uncle and ran toward the passage to her next life. Watching her small, fragile figure disappear, the uncle felt nothing but sorrow. She died without ever understanding what death truly meant, and he wondered whether the obsession she had for her mother could really be called love. In the real world, Jenny's funeral was held as scheduled, but her mother felt no guilt or remorse at all. She even thought that now that she was rid of her burden, she could freely marry her lover. Hearing such heartless words, Jenny's teacher slapped the woman across the face. Just as the mother was about to lash out in anger, the police arrived and restrained her. They had long suspected that Jenny was being abused, but had lacked solid evidence. If they had caught the woman sooner, Jenny might still be alive. The most suffocating part of the story is that even after death, Jenny defended her mother. That wasn't pure love. It was a twisted, desperate attachment. In an environment starved of affection, a child will cling to even the smallest sliver of hope, convincing herself that her mother loved